Welcome back to Dose of Wellness, where we explore the science behind nutrition, supplements, and everyday health habits that help us live a better life.
I'm Sally.
And I'm Cyndi.
And we're pharmacists and co-founders of Vitaceuticals. And today we're going to dive into a topic that affects every single one of us: mental and emotional wellness. When people think about health, they often focus on diet, sleep, and stress. But how we think, feel, cope, and stay mentally clear is just as important.
Today we will explore a few big questions. What nutrients support mental well-being? Can food influence mood and brain function? And what role do supplements play in supporting calm, clarity, and focus? Let's get into it. Let's start with the basics. When we say mental and emotional well-being, what are we referring to?
Mental wellness refers to how our brain functions from day to day, whereas emotional wellness is more about how we feel, how we cope, how we manage our everyday stress. And what's important is that they're both deeply connected in our biology. Our brain relies on stable energy production and a well-regulated nervous system. And these systems rely heavily on our nutrition and our lifestyle habits. Your brain actually uses 20% of your energy production that you produce every day, which is a large amount.
Yeah.
So we just need to keep fueling that. It
Fueling
needs
the
to be
brain.
steady, not like spiked morning coffee.
Makes sense. Yeah.
So one thing that people often ask us at the pharmacy is there any supplements that help support our mood and our mental well-being?
Yeah, and there are a few supplements that come to mind. So magnesium, of course.
Our favorite.
And that helps with our nervous system and relaxation. And then ashwagandha, which is another favorite. That's what we call an adaptogen. So that helps our body adapt to stressful environments. Omega-3 fatty acids, they help with our brain structure. And vitamin D, which has a really strong link to immune health and mood. So those are really key supplements that we need to not sleep on to help with our mental well-being.
Yeah, because when you're stressed, your body actually sucks the magnesium out of you, and you just need to keep replenishing.
Yeah, and your body
like
can't
that.
store the magnesium for long term. So we need to keep replenishing it. So another question people always wonder about is there any foods or diet changes that we can make that improve our mood?
This one is really interesting. Research has shown that there's a really big connection between our brain and our gut axis, communication between our brain and our gut, because serotonin is actually produced and stored in the stomach. So this comes up very clearly for people that have a lot of nervous tension and anxiety, that they'll feel it in their bowels. They may get loose bowels. I experienced that when I was going through uni. I'm like, why do I need to go to the bathroom every time I have an exam? But it's all to do with our
I
our stomach.
experienced that so badly during COVID, when pharmacy was the destination, like the only place people could leave their house. And before you'd open the pharmacy, you'd like prepare for war. You felt like you were preparing for war. So just coming to work in the morning, I'd be like in the toilet all morning.
I remember.
I'm like, it was like... It was like opening the shutters was like, okay, let's go. And it was like a flood of people every day.
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
Yeah.
And the probiotics helped so well, like in that situation. Yeah.
So there are some foods, for example, tryptophan-rich foods. These are things like turkey and eggs. Omega-3 rich foods, so Atlantic salmon, so fish, walnuts, they'll give you a good source of omega-3. Magnesium-rich foods, which are the green leafy vegetables and seeds. And then fermented foods, they really support your gut health. Another good one is glutamine. Glutamine has a lot of healing properties for the gut, and you'll find that in protein-rich foods like beef, chicken, and for vegan people, beans are a source of glutamine. So while food isn't the only thing that will influence mood, it definitely contributes to the system that helps to regulate your mood.
To make those conscious decisions to eat those foods more regularly, I think, as
Definitely.
well. Yeah.
Let's talk about something that almost everybody experiences, and that is brain and mental fatigue. Why do some people feel mentally drained even though they've slept?
So mental fatigue comes down to brain energy demand. So our brain is constantly working to make decisions, manage stress, and that uses a lot of energy. So to support that, we need to create more energy, and that's where nutrients or supplements like the nicotinamide ribose, the NMN, and the CoQ10, which help to bring energy into the cell, create cellular energy, and bring oxygen into the cells. Those are ways that we can help support like mental clarity and improve our mental fatigue. What helps support a calm mood without making you feel drowsy? Because we can't be drowsy in this day and age. We need to be alert.
One compound that comes to mind, and it's one of my favorite, is L-theanine. L-theanine is amino acid found in green tea, and it really supports calm focus without any drowsiness. So in those states of panic or nervous tension or anxiety, it actually works within 40 minutes to just give you that calm, alert state, gives you more mental clarity without making you sleepy. So you will find it in a lot of formulations that support mental clarity, calm, focus, without making you drowsy. And I've taken it myself, and I was astounded at just how well it worked at those moments.
Yeah, I've taken it as well. It's been fantastic when you just need a calm mind to make decisions and work through problems.
Yeah,
it's very good.
Recently also I went and I saw a kinesiologist for the first time. I don't usually go to natural therapies, but she just really calmed me, and one of the supplements that she recommended by doing some muscle testing was a high dose of magnesium and 200 milligram of L-theanine before bed. There is more research lately that shows you can go up to 400 milligrams of L-theanine. Not that it makes you sleepy, but it just calms your mind at the same time. So.
Yeah, I've definitely taken it. Like sometimes if I've had a bad dream and I can't get back to sleep because of that dream, I'll go and take L-theanine, and I found that it's helped me go back to sleep. So because like when those dreams linger and you can't just get rid of them, like as soon as you close your eyes they come back, but I found that when I took the L-theanine I was able to go back to sleep. And I just was desperate. I just said, let me just try this. I don't know if it's going to work. And I just took it. But it was really good.
Well, it just calms the noise.
I think it calmed calmed me down.
The fight or flight system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it didn't make me sleepy. I was already in bed.
Yeah.
But it just helped me calm down and go back to sleep. Those dreams feel so real sometimes.
L-theanine also helps people during the day when they feel like they need that extra energy, because a lot of people drink coffee when they're feeling stressed rather than feeling tired. So instead of having that jittery feeling that coffee gives you, L-theanine will help you in those stressful moments, quieten your mind and help you to focus without any jitterness, without making you feel tired. So
much better than going for a second coffee. Yeah. So outside of supplements, what else can we do that can help with our mental clarity, mental fatigue?
The first thing is sleep. I love my bed, but yes, you must sleep at least, I think, 7 to 8 hours at night, just to make sure your body is recovering from the day before, so that you can have the next day more sharp and focused. The next thing is having stable blood sugar levels. You need to eat balanced meals, and they say you should eat double your weight in protein. So that's something that I've struggled with, but I'm planning to focus on in how much protein I'm getting from my food, because like we said, the brain does need a lot of energy and steady energy, not spikes. So often it's a combination of good habits, good food, balanced lifestyle.
Yeah, so important.
That's what makes the biggest difference.
So all you new mums who are on the couch when you put the kids to bed, eating snacks, delaying sleep, remember, have your dinner with protein, put down the snacks and go to bed.
And no phone.
No phone. Oh, that's the other thing about our friend that mentioned how she doesn't have her phone at all in the room anymore, and she got one of those manual alarm clocks.
Yeah, she said it's made a huge difference in her life.
I'm going to implement that change as well.
So no phone just before you sleep, and no phone just when you wake up.
Yeah.
But why do I feel mentally exhausted even if I'm not physically tired?
Mental fatigue is so common today. The best way I can describe it, you're not physically tired. You go to the shops, you think you look good, you feel really good, and then you run into someone that you know and they're like, oh, you okay, you look so tired. Nothing I hate more than that. But that's because you're probably mentally fatigued. You're probably, your brain is working, thinking about everything you have to do, when you're going to do it,
you're going to have for dinner,
when you're going to have to, all these decisions that you have to do. So you really need to support your brain and your mental energy as much as you support your physical body and your physical energy.
Yeah, this is why burnout is such a huge thing these days, and there's a lot of education around it, especially mothers. They've got so many little decisions that they have to make through the day, not just for themselves, but for their family, for their kids, to do with school, to do with homework, work, dinner.
Yeah, that's why we hear so many people burning out from work, people burning out from their family life. Like, it's when you think, I've got everything under control, but then you start getting emails from the school, tomorrow they have to wear orange, or tomorrow they have to put
about that
a yellow thing in their hair. And like, when am I going to go and buy like a yellow thing for their hair, like a splash of yellow or splash of orange, tomorrow a splash of purple, and then another email from another school. Like, it's just so
much.
common. It just gets too much. Like, even though your brain is 2% of your body weight, it uses like 20% of your energy supply, like as we mentioned before. So burnout is just so common these days.
So to wrap up today's episode, mental and emotional wellness is influenced by many factors, including sleep, nutrition, stress, and lifestyle habits. So supporting the nervous system, brain energy production, and stress resilience can really play a role in maintaining mental well-being.
Thanks for joining us on Dose of Wellness. If you enjoyed this episode, please remember to subscribe and share it with someone else who you think might find it helpful. Up until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and keep wellness at the center of your day.